All right, testing, making sure we're working here. All right, what if I told you migraines aren't just happening to you, but your brain is actually getting better at creating them? And this is specifically for migraines, but this can also do chronic pain, headaches as well. So this is super important, guys. So let me tell you a story. So as I was working in the clinic as a physical therapist, I was seeing people with migraines, with headaches, with chronic pain, and there was some I could help, some I couldn't with the, exercises and different tools I had as a therapist, uh, dry needling, exercise, hands-on treatment, everything I was taught in the PT school. Some things would work, some things wouldn't. So sometimes the exercises would work, sometimes the hands-on treatment would work, sometimes the dry needling, sometimes the cupping, but not always. Like the percent of people I was actually able to get better wasn't where I wanted it. So it frustrated me. Plus, at the same time, I had my wife who was suffering from migraines. She had been struggling since high school. At this point, they had gotten a little bit better, but she still would get them anywhere. I would say like a few a month. Probably the worst I've seen them is where she was getting like 1 to 2 a week. So yeah, it was very frustrating for me. So even with her, again, I was able to get her a lot of relief. Thank goodness, like a lot of relief. Got them so they weren't every week. Got them with every month. So we were getting there, right? But there was a massive thing that was missing from the way I approached, especially migraines, but even chronic pain, because I had to address my own. Oh, there's some balloons. I had to address my own chronic pain with these tools as well. It wasn't enough to just do exercise to get relief. So this is where I started tapping into specifically brain retraining. At this point, I was already starting to get into some like nervous system resets and just getting deeper into the nervous system, whether it was hot or cold, just how to kind of bring it back, addressing the um, autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system, making sure I wasn't always in fight or flight, or my wife or my clients. So it's already getting into that. But there was, and again, that let's talk specifically on my wife. We were able to get her pretty much 85 to 90% there. So pretty good. I know a lot of you guys would love that, especially if you're on here, you deal with, migraines every day, couple migraines a week. You deal with daily headaches or just chronic pain, neck pain, back pain. You're like, whoa, I would accept 85 to 90%, right? So I get that. However, I just wanted I kept digging deeper. And once I got deeper into the brain and realized the brain was actually getting better at creating them, like my wife and these clients were stuck in this negative pain loop. Even for myself, with my chronic mid back pain, neck pain, and I would get headaches. I was I was getting better at creating them. I was stuck in this pain loop. I couldn't get out. And like a lot of you, I would rely on medications. Same with my wife, and then doing a bunch of treatments. But all it all it was doing, it was fueling that, and that wasn't addressing the root cause. And 2, like, my tolerance, I wasn't improving my tolerance of my my brain or my body's ability to heal, right? So just get stuck in this negative pain loop, and our brain can just continue to. I saw a question. Did she take supplements? Oh, my wife. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we got her on. Great question. Thank you for asking. We got her on magnesium, iron. Let's see. She was on zinc. She was zinc deficient. Oh, so many medications. And I'll say this, Harvard misfit. Thanks for asking this. It got her a lot better, and this was too uh, when she was in when she was pregnant, even in the postpartum. Supplements helped a lot. Helps so much. But I would say again, 90% there. So between supplements, exercise, and movement, not any the right movements, doing some stuff with nutrition, sleep, like all the main habits, got her about 90% there. So great question, thank you for asking. And even doing some nervous resets, so, doing prayer, doing breathing, meditation, we address that as well, but again, the 10 to 15% was this. So if your brain, and again, this is called like neuroplasticity, if you don't train your brain to react the correct way or to develop, then then you're all then you're always gonna kinda go down this spiral, and this is again, is more than just positive thinking, there's science to back this up. So, it's retraining the brain, it's increases tolerance of breaking the migraine cycle. I'll give you the perfect example this morning. So, woke up, got good sleep, was feeling good, got into my, prayer time, got in my breathing time, just setting my mind right, and also even, connected with my wife. We did some prayers and we were just everything was good, we had a solid base. We, started the day with God, and no matter what your beliefs are, respect all of it. So, we had that foundation. However, once we started talking about, business, once we started talking about, the day, sometimes that can trigger me especially. So, I noticed what was happening was I was getting, like, stressed out, so I was getting a little anxious, and I was creating pain, like, I was starting to feel this pain, this discomfort. So I had to address that at the core. So instead of continuing down that, I had to address that. So 1, have the awareness. 2, that was a chance I had to retrain, reprogram. So slow down, did some breathing exercises, but also just realized where it was coming from, and I knew if I kept going down, then I was just gonna have chronic pain the rest of the day, be anxious and whatnot. So what I did was instead of looking at the to-do list, all the things, it's all about finding the one thing. What's the one thing I can do right now such that by doing it, everything else is easier or unnecessary. Use that line too when you need it. Is what it does. It focuses you on one thing, that get rid of everything else, it recenters you. And then, I was able to find that, got into some sales training and all that. So then all the pain was gone and I was fine. So this is the example. So there's 3 exercises we're gonna go over to start rewiring this, but it's interrupting these thoughts, not just accepting them as they are, not just looking at them as normal. So, one technique is the 10-second pattern interrupt. So, you start to you start to feel like I did, you're you're expecting migraines, headaches. When you sense the trigger, it's gonna react automatically. So let's do a deep breathing exercise first. And this is a combination of a nervous reset and a brain retraining. So what we're gonna do, and if you're able to, as long as you're not driving, close your eyes for me. We're gonna do 10 seconds of slow, deep breathing. We're gonna inhale for 4, hold for 3, and then exhale for a little longer for 7. So let's do this. Let's just do this for a couple rounds. So do this with me, and even if you can't close your eyes, you keep your eyes open and do it. So in for 4, hold at the top for 3, exhale for 7. Inhale for 4, hold at the top for 3, exhale for 7. One more. Inhale for 4, hold at the top for 3, exhale for 7. Very good. So use this anytime you need it. And use this for a when you start to see your or feel your brain going down path, like, "Oh, no, feeling this trigger, I'm going down to migraine." Use this to interrupt and use it throughout the day. Even if you don't feel it, because it'll keep your nervous system in the right place in your brain. And so then as you're doing that, it's not just about breathing. That now you think and talk how about the migraines, just saying stuff like, "I have." And so instead of saying stuff like, "I have no control," you wanna say stuff, you say, "Oh, I don't have control. Here we go again. Can't stop this." This is where, you do the breathing exercise that kinda recenter you, and you can say these things to reprogram it. So, instead of my migraines control me, say, "My brain is learning something new. I'm shifting this pattern." So powerful, and again, might be uncomfortable. Might be uncomfortable at first. It was for me, my wife, most of my clients. It's uncomfortable. It's reprogramming, doing this over and over again. So again, I'm going down. My migraines control me. I can't get the help. Like my brain is learning something new. I'm shifting this pattern. I highly recommend to say it out loud. There's science to support it. If you say it out loud, it's more powerful. It's rewiring your brain. You can even write it down. But out loud is like you're confident, you're convicted, and see how you feel different in your body. And just it's gonna rewire the brain's expectation over time, reducing how often they show up. So, number 1, deep breathing. 2 is to reframe, redirect method. Then number 3, this is all about future you, it's like a future you visualization. So, really, your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. If you constantly think about migraines, your brain keeps producing them. If you start visualizing life without migraines, your brain starts rewiring for relief. So let's do an exercise. We're gonna close our eyes again, and as long as you're safe. So close your eyes with me and just imagine yourself migraine free, chronic, chronic without any chronic pain or headache free. Just imagine what life's gonna look like. Maybe you're gonna be able to travel again with family without the fear of another migraine attack. Maybe you can go to work, travel to work, be at work without the fear of another migraine attack, and just picture yourself in your favorite place, and try to get as specific as possible. So instead of thinking about multiple things, try to get very detailed. So maybe you just picture yourself in Spain or Portugal or Greece, and try to think about a certain hotel or beach or setting that you'd like to get back to. And really, if you have kids, spouse, think about how much impact you'll make on your kids once you're past these migraines, this chronic pain, and just how much your life's gonna shift, how much you're gonna step into your potential, how much you're gonna fully be able to live once you get there. Just get as specific as possible as you're doing this. So that's the third thing. So these 3 things will get you to 100% on top of habits and sleep, nutrition, exercise. I already feel so much better. I don't know about you guys, but on top of the things, most of you guys know, the habits, the movements. I know certain things, there's fear of them because you're afraid they might trigger you, but think of them as these could be the things that are keeping you from getting migraine free or pain free. So combining those habits, these brain retraining exercises, the nervous resets, that's how we get to 100%. And again, it's uncomfortable like anything new. Say you just started playing a sport or picked up reading, whatever it is, you know how it is. It's uncomfortable at first. It's going to take some time. However, it will change you. It'll give you relief. It will just allow you to step in your full potential. So thank you for coming on. If you're on the recording, thank you as well. If you got one insight out of this, comment below. I would love to hear about it. Or if you have any question on this. And also, if you if you know anyone struggling with migraines, headaches, chronic pain, please send this to them for relief and just to help them out. And yeah, just thankful for you coming on. And that's it for now. And I'll see you guys soon.